This channel is a systematic teaching on the Pure Land method. The core of Shakyamuni Buddha's 49 years teaching enables you to put an end to suffering and reincarnation. To obtain a better understanding, it is best to start from the beginning. Please find the playlist of this series in the description. Mahayana Pure Land welcomes you. Subscribe now to receive the newest release. To Enlightenment 49. Amitabha's 48 Great Vows. Who cannot be saved by Amitabha? The text of this 18th vow tells us that the exceptions are those who have created 5 heinous sins, 10 evil deeds, and slandered the true Dharma. They will absolutely fall into Avici hell in the future. This kind of person cannot be saved. Amitabha would not be able to escort them. Why? Because this kind of person would not be able to believe and rejoice with utmost sincerity. They would also not bring forth aspiration to seek Sukhavati rebirth due to very heavy karma impeding them to bring forth faith and aspiration. For this reason, the Buddha urges us to eradicate evilness and practice goodness. It is to help us minimize the hindrance from our karma as much as possible. If our karma is very heavy and our faith and aspiration are really impeded, what can we do? That is troublesome. Even Buddhas cannot help us because a Buddha's heart is unmoved and he does not give rise to thoughts. Amitabha's fundamental vows equally bless all beings. Whoever believes and rejoices with utmost sincerity, he will come to escort them. But if you do not believe and rejoice with utmost sincerity, he will wait. Whenever you are ready, he will then come to escort you. Thus, we should expel those sins and karmas that impede our faith and aspiration. We must eradicate all evilness and practice all goodness. We must absolutely not commit the 5 heinous sins and 10 evil deeds. 10 evil deeds include the karmas made by body, killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, the karmas made by mouth, lying, double tongue, evil language, fawning words, and the karmas made by mind, greed, resentment, ignorance. These are called the 10 evil deeds. They are the hindrances to our bodhi practice. The 5 heinous sins are much more serious. According to the sutras, it includes killing one's father, harming one's mother, killing an arhat, making a Buddha bleed, and destroying a harmonious Sangha. Arhats are saints. The karma is very heavy if you kill one. Why? Because it results in all beings in one area not being able to obtain sage teachings. The sin that you have created offends all beings. You impede and interrupt the Dharmakaya and wisdom life of all beings. This karma is extremely heavy. A drill offered by the Buddha. Now we cannot find arhats, but there is an equivalent. Don't panic, everyone. Let's practice believe and rejoice with utmost sincerity. Let's recite Amitabha, 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 Amitabha,
弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛。
Good. Thank you. Appreciation to everyone. You were all very calm. It is all conforming to Dharma and very rare to come by. When we encounter catastrophes, just act like this. This is a drill offered by Buddha. We were just talking about believe and rejoice with utmost sincerity, and you all have demonstrated the way of believing and rejoicing with utmost sincerity, and thus renouncing everything. Look, the earthquake stopped once we recited Amitabha. At the critical time, we recite Amitabha, Amitabha will definitely appear. Amitabha did not appear, it indicates that the earthquake has vanished. It is not the time for us to go yet. So, as what we just did, no matter how big a catastrophe we encounter, it won't go wrong if we use this kind of mentality. Amitabha comes, you just go with him. Nothing is more joyous than this. If Amitabha does not come, the earthquake will end should you keep reciting. Even if there is a really big catastrophe like the large earthquake 311, which happened off the Pacific coast of Tohoku in 2011, a magnitude 9 earthquake shook northeastern Japan, unleashing a savage tsunami. If you survive, it suggests that you must have an obligation, a mission to help suffering beings. Yet the Amitabha recitation in your heart is still not interrupted. The equivalent sin of killing an arhat and making a Buddha bleed. The paragraph mentions here, believe and rejoice with utmost sincerity, even within 10 recitations of my name. If they are not reborn into my land, I will not procure Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, except for those who have committed the 5 heinous sins and have slandered the true Dharma. Killing an arhat has an equivalent sin, which is killing a teacher, especially referring to killing a teacher who imparts sage teachings. Because this type of teacher edifies all beings in one area, he can help all beings in this area eradicate evilness, cultivate goodness, and thus bring harmony to society. If you kill him, it terminates the roots of sage teachings in this society. This karma is very heavy. Fourth, to make the body of a Buddha bleed. When Shakyamuni Buddha was in our world, only Devadatta committed this sin. He made Buddha's body bleed and fell into hell. Now we cannot find a Buddha. It seems that we have no opportunity to make the body of a Buddha bleed. But there is an equivalent sin, using a wicked intention to destroy the image of Buddhas or Bodhisattvas, as well as damage sutras. These all belong to the sin of making Buddha's body bleed. If you do not do it with a wicked intention but unintentionally, it is okay. It is your carelessness. You have a fault, but it does not belong to the 5 heinous sins. However, if you destroy it with wicked intention, that is to make Buddha's body bleed. Last year, after being ordained, I went to Da Xiangguo Temple in Henan to receive precepts. There is a description in the temple stating that General Feng Yuxiang, whose military used force to occupy Da Xiangguo Temple. Feng Yuxiang was a hero in the War of Resistance against Japanese aggression and had his contribution and merits, but he did not believe in Buddhism, so he destroyed the monastery, broke Buddha statues, and expelled all monks. These sins are very heavy. In consequence, how did he die? He was assassinated in Russia. How was he assassinated? He was burned to death in a boat. Look, this was the karmic retribution in the current lifetime. He was burned to death within that lifetime. He must have also been burned in his next life. That was the fire of hell. So one must never create the 5 heinous sins. The sin of destroying a harmonious Sangha is huge. 5th is destroy a harmonious Sangha. A Sangha is a group of 4 or more people who cultivate together to safeguard the true Dharma for benefiting all beings. If we disharmonize them deliberately, such as double tongue, gossiping, provoking discord, or playing one against another in a group, causing both parties to lose the confidence in each other. These are the sins of destroying a harmonious Sangha. It is the same as any of the 5 heinous sins, and it will lead you to Avici hell. A harmonious Sangha does not mean only monastic members. This Sangha can refer to monastic monks, nuns, as well as laities of male or female. As long as a group of 4 or more people get together to cultivate with the same aspiration, they are called a Sangha. If we harm or dismantle a Sangha, its karma is one of the 5 heinous sins. So we must never criticize or provoke discord within a Sangha deliberately, for this karma is too huge. Not only does it have no benefit to you at all, but you will damage yourself tremendously. This is estimated to be the easiest sin to make. The first 4 of the 5 heinous sins are not so easy to commit, yet the sin of destroying a harmonious Sangha is easier to make in comparison. We must be extremely careful to guard against it. So, except those who have committed the 5 heinous sins and slandered the true Dharma refers to these 2 added together. Having created the 5 heinous sins, plus slandering the true Dharma, this kind of person would no doubt fall into Avici hell. They do not believe even if Amitabha came to tell him. It is hopeless. If one commits these karmas of the 5 heinous sins and 10 evil deeds, but he has not slandered the true Dharma, he still believes in Amitabha, believes in Sukhavati rebirth, and wishes to go. If he can repent at the moment his death approaches, can he be reborn? Yes, he can. This is because Amitabha's compassion reaches to the extreme. As long as there are still opportunities to rescue, Amitabha will never give up on us. We should not have any doubt. This is the vow of one will definitely be reborn within 10 recitations. Thank you everyone for learning with us. Namo Amitabha!